Y'all, beauty brands were so annoyed with this dupe company that they sued them. So naturally, I had to see what all the fuss was about. So I ordered $109 worth of dupe products, and I'm going to round up $315 worth of the original products that the dupes are duping. And we're talking brands from NARS to Charlotte Tilbury to Sol de Janeiro. Will the dupes be just as good and save you a coin, or should you not even waste your time? Let's go. Y'all, we are going 9 rounds, original versus dupe. Now, I did list the timestamps below, so, if there's a particular product that you want to view first or whatever, you want to scoot around or come back to the video, you can do that, and it's listed in the description, and hopefully also in the pinned comment, which hopefully I remember to do, but it's definitely in the description. Round 1. So in this corner, we have the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I actually really love this. This particular scent, flavor, shade, whatever variation, this is the Vanilla Beige, because I've tried other ones and didn't really love it as much. But in this corner, we have the Mcobeauty Peptide Lip Treatment in Caramel. Summer Fridays is gonna run you $24 for 0.5 ounce of product, while the Mcobeauty is gonna run you just $8.49. And you get 0.52 ounce of product, which is a little bit more than you get with the Summer Fridays. However, which one is going to reign supreme? All right, hopefully the light doesn't have me looking too greasy here, but like I said, I have high hopes for this Mcobeauty because I really love the Summer Fridays, but if this can be a dupe, can save a lot of money. All right, so what I love about these, and is this particular shade, Vanilla Beige, which I mentioned before, that it just has this thickness to it. And I'm really tempted to blot, but I want to put the dupe at the top. So it feels really cushiony. My lips feel like they're injected with moisture. Well, not injected with moisture, but it feels like it's being caressed by the moisture in the Summer Fridays lip balm. So let's see what Mcobeauty has to say. Also, the smell on this is really nice too. It has almost like a mild cocoa kind of scent to it. Maybe a little touch of coffee, like the littlest, tiniest touch of coffee. All right, let's see. This kind of smells like popcorn. Like what? All right, there's the texture. Here's the Summer Fridays here, and then there's the Mco. Okay, they're not the exact shade, but we're not basing it on the shade, the color. We just want to see if it's giving us something we can feel. Not bad. I do have to say that the scent, it really smells like popcorn butter. And that could be a turnoff, but it feels good. I'm gonna take both off and just put the Mco and see. Because literally, I wear the Summer Fridays every day, reapplying several times through the day. The Mco feels really nice. The smell. If you can get past the smell of the Mcobeauty, then, and it could be just this shade, I don't know, because I don't have any of the other shades, it's a pretty decent dupe. My lips feel really good, but I'm not getting that sensorial experience that I do with the Summer Fridays. And for something that's right up underneath my nose, that's kind of important to me. All right, so I'm gonna put the Summer Fridays on. So ingredients wise, there's some things that the Summer Fridays has that the Mcobeauty doesn't have. There are a few things in common. That doesn't really concern me, myself, personally. Obviously, for you guys, it would be a little bit different because if you're looking for things that you might be allergic to or that you're sensitive to, then, obviously that would make a big difference to you. For me, it comes down to the experience and the sensorialness of it all. And in this round, I gotta give it to Summer Fridays. The Mcobeauty, it could have been there had not it been for the smell. All right, so let me know in the comments, are you gonna go with the original or are you gonna go with the dupe? Either one you choose, they'll both be listed in the description below. Now, Mcobeauty has also been sued by the next company, which we're gonna talk about in round 2. So round 2, In this corner, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And in this corner, we have the Mcobeauty Flawless Glow. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter is going to cost you $49 for 1 ounce, while the Mcobeauty Flawless Glow is $14.99 for 1 ounce. Which one is going to win? Let's go find out. Now, this is not a product that I use on a regular basis. I love the idea of it, but I don't really use it all the time. So for me, based on that alone, I would probably gravitate towards the dupe, but let's see how they perform. So we have the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 7 Deep. Now this is something that you can wear underneath makeup, over makeup, on its own. If you want a little glow, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna need, but I'll just stick with 2 swipes for now. Then I got the Mcobeauty, also in shade number 7, which is described as Warm Honey. And if I remember correctly, I believe that the Charlotte Tilbury had more shades. Mco has 7 shades, which deeper shades, I'm kind of like, what you doing, Mco? Like, what you doing? Like, Now, the Charlotte Tilbury has 12 shades. Charlotte Tilbury seems to have more of a range. And, obviously for something like this, you don't need to have every single shade available because these are going to be flexible. But that said, let's give a look at the Mco. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I need a little more than 2 little swipes. Let's see. Oh, I need more than 2 little swipes with the Mco. The 2 swipes of the Charlotte Tilbury got us pretty far. Okay, let me put a little more of Mco. Now with the Mco, this is the deepest shade. Charlotte Tilbury has a shade, 1 more shade deeper than this shade. Now I got the Charlotte Tilbury to cover this cheek, but I'm gonna put a little more so we can get, into the forehead eyelid like I did on, I don't even know why I put it on my eyelid. I don't know. Put a little bit more so that the side matches. I don't think, I might not even have needed that much. We'll see. All right, so here's the Charlotte Tilbury. Ignore my pimple. And then here's the Mco. From what I'm seeing here, I'm not really seeing a difference. I'd need to go look in a bigger mirror. They both look good, but I don't see like a difference between the two. All right, I don't know if it is, I'm getting a little older, my eyesight dwindling a little bit, but I really do not see a difference with my naked eye. A difference between the two, a noticeable difference. What you see on camera might be a little bit different. Maybe when I look at this footage, I might be like, oh, I did see a difference. I do like that you didn't need as much of the Charlotte Tilbury to, to get it to spread. Because I don't use a product like this personally very often in my routine, I would go with the dupe. Now, this is really pretty, like if you're going for like a very minimal makeup look or just want to glow underneath your foundation or whatever, I would say that either product would kind of get you there. The Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter has been a popular product and I can see why. What you would pick? I'm going with the dupe this round only because this is not a product category that I would use quite often. But let me know your thoughts. Original, Charlotte Tilbury, Mco dupe. Let me know in the comments. Round 3. So in this corner, we have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And then in this corner, we have the Mcobeauty Brighten and Perfect Cream Concealer. Now, I got the mini sizes of the NARS concealer, and they're gonna cost you $16 for 0.05 ounces, while the full size is $34 and you'll get 0.22 ounces, whereas the Mcobeauty is $11.99 for 0.3 ounces. So this has a little bit more product in it than the full size of one of these. Which one's gonna work out? I'll tell you from now. The shade range in the Mcobeauty, I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. And even with this one, I'm like, who knows if that's gonna match me or not? But let's see. Now, off the bat, NARS is already got a competitive edge because NARS has way more shades than Mcobeauty. And this is the closest one that I could pick that would come close to my complexion. And looking at it through the container, I don't really know that this is gonna match me well. I guess we will base this on performance rather than color. We're gonna start with the Mco because it's in my hand. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be too... Actually, maybe not. Maybe not so bad. It does look very cool toned to me. All right, so in NARS, I wasn't sure if I remembered what my shade was. In the Radiant creamy concealer because I haven't used this in a while. So I got Cafe, which is dark 1, and Cacao, which is dark 2. So I'm gonna see if the Cacao, and I bought the minis because I was like, you know, get a little mini. But you can see that MCO is really trying to come for NARS with this packaging, okay? And they're really like trying to get in there. All right, so I'll swatch both so that you can see. Here's the Cafe, and then here's the Cacao. You can see that Cacao is slightly dark and it looks like it has more of a red undertone to it, which I think is going to be really nice for my under eye. All right, so you could see the difference. I don't know if this concealer is gonna work out because it looks like it's giving me a black eye. I like to let the concealer sit for a little bit so that, you know, it gets good and ready. And I feel like the coverage is better when you let the concealer sit for a little bit. But I think letting this concealer sit for a little bit is kind of contributing to the black eye effect. But give me a second, I'll let them dry down and we'll come back.
A few moments later. All
right, this MCO one is looking like such a bruise. Oh my God. Yeah. Maybe I waited a little too long for it to blend it out because it's not even moving. Yeah, I think I let it sit for too long because it's not even moving. Now, here's the NARS. Look how nice. This made my under eye look worse. Imagine that. In this eye video here, we talked about how using the wrong concealer color can make things look worse, and here is a prime example of that. This goes without saying that this round goes to NARS because NARS just has a more vast shade range. I could have gone a shade up in the MCO, but it didn't look too promising. All right, so it looks like but didn't I buy this from their website? So on Amazon, they have a lot fewer concealer shades, but on their website, they have 19 shades. Okay, so dark 3 deep is the deepest shade, and then up from that was deep 2 tan. The only swatches I found online were these, and this is definitely not the full range because this is just 3, 6, 10 shades. I don't know what happened here. For me, definitely NARS wins this round, but you let me know what you would pick. Would you go with the original or would you go with the dupe? I'm better off not wearing concealer than putting that on. And I wish I knew what the shade above it, like what the swatch looked like, because then maybe this would have had a fair chance because it would have, you know, matched better, but that's day bad because why ain't no swatches? Round 4. So in this corner, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm Beauty Light Wand, which is $42 for 0.41 ounces. Now, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I am a Charlotte Tilbury fan. I happily forked over the $44 for this. Now, I have received Charlotte Tilbury PR in the past. I have worked with the brand in the past, and that's because I love the brand. You can't get me to work with a brand that I don't like, and I will fork over my coin for my Charlotte Tilbury. However, the Mcobeauty Highlight and Glow Beauty Wand is $14.99. And you get 0.405 ounce, so a little bit less than here in quantity, but a lot less in price. Which one is gonna reign supreme? Let's go find out. All right, let's see. Now, these wands from Charlotte Tilbury are, I love it. I have the contour one, I have this highlight one, I think I have a blush one, like the matte blush one. I love it. It's such a really nice way to like apply makeup. However, if the Mcobeauty one can do the same for a fraction of the price, we need to know this, so let's go. So I'm gonna first show you the Pinkgasm. I love this lip combo. I posted about it here so you can check it out. I have used this product, boy. So I probably don't even need to squeeze any out, we'll see. Look at that. And you don't need a ton, so I'm just gonna leave it at the 2 there. And then we will do the MCO now. Something that sucks when a product is new. Okay, it didn't take too long for it to come to the surface. Okay, I don't have it evenly on my cheeks, I almost never do. The Charlotte Tilbury is giving more of a deep metallic pink, whereas this is giving more of a lighter metallic pink. You could also use the little brush from the applicator to apply the product. Get more product on there, so I'm just gonna use this brush here. This is the Sephora Collection number 73 brush. Sephora Collection makes some great brushes. Okay, that's pretty, like a highlighter. Nice. I would still need to wear some blush with that because I think I would want a little more color. Now this is a denser brush, only because I wanted something clean to work with. So this is going to get more product up. I don't know what the lighting is doing here. I feel like the lighting is making them both look silver, but that could be my blind eyes. Let me go look in the mirror. In the mirror, they both looked pretty identical, but to be fair, because this brush is denser than this brush, this is gonna leave more product on while this is gonna take away more product. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the Charlotte Tilbury. You know, to be fair, because I feel like the different the brush would change the way that the product looks on. And then with that, I have to say, like, I do like the Charlotte Tilbury one more because it's a darker pink, so it shows up a little bit better. But I'm not mad at the MCO. I'm not mad at it. What do you guys think? Would you go with the Charlotte Tilbury or would you go with the MCO? Let me know in the comments. Both of these will be linked in the description, and let's move on. Round 5. In this corner, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is $38 for a 3.3 ounce of product. I have used this before. I have emptied one. This is an amazing product. It keeps that makeup on, looking good, without feeling like all heavy and whatnot. However, we have the Mcobeauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. It's $11.99 for 3.38 fluid ounces. Let's take them head to head. All right, this round, I'm very curious because I really do like the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Spray. It is a spray that will keep your makeup on without it being like makeup spray, overpowering and like overly matte. So you can get like a nice staying power without it being too much. So I'm gonna just get this on this side. Very nice mist. It's a fine mist because you know, you don't want your makeup spray to be like throwing these big droplets at you because that could interfere with your makeup. All right, so I'm just gonna get this on this side. Okay, very good, very good. Now the Mcobeauty. Let's see what the spray is like. I wonder if I can get a by side, but the particles might kind of run into each other. All right, I have to separate it. Only I would be able to see. The Charlotte Tilbury, the mist is finer. Let me see if I can show you guys. I don't even know if that's showing up, but that's a finer mist than this. I don't know if you can see that. Here we go with the MCO on this side. Now I have to say the MCO felt more like a hydrating mist, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury felt like a hydrating mist, but I also felt kind of like gripping, and I also don't want to say like hairspray, but I felt something in the Charlotte Tilbury that felt like there's like a protection over my skin. But time will tell how they wear, so we'll come back some hours later.
6 hours later.
All right, so it's 4 p.m. We're maybe like 5 or 6 hours into wearing this makeup. I've noticed that maybe the light made it look worse. Not worse, but like harder to see what I'm seeing. But I feel like this side with the Charlotte Tilbury looks less oily. Not to say that this looks oily, but I can see a little bit more oil breakthrough on this side. Ignore the table. A little oil breakthrough on this side than what I'm seeing on this side. Hopefully you too can see it. All right, I don't know if you can see it here where it's not so bright. This is the Charlotte Tilbury side, and then this is the Mcobeauty side. And I have to say, even though I would normally give something like the full day, if I'm already seeing more oil breakthrough on this side than I'm seeing on this side, we gotta give it to Charlotte Tilbury for this round. All right, you guys, so which one would you choose? Would you go with the Charlotte Tilbury? Would you go with the Mcobeauty? Let me know in the comments, and let's move on. Round 6. In this corner, we have the Sol de Janeiro Bumbum Cream. Now, I got the little mini itty bitty one because this scent is not my favorite from Sol de Janeiro. So I was like, I didn't want to, get too much of it. This was $24 for 2.5 ounces. However, in this corner, we have the Mcobeauty Smoothing Body Cream. It's $19.99 for 8.11 ounces. Place your bets and let's check it out. All right, you guys. So in these next few rounds, I brought back my friend Melissa.
Hi.
Okay, let's get into the dupe versus original. All right, so have you ever heard of Mcobeauty?
Never.
All right.
I have never heard of Mcobeauty.
They in some trouble. They've been in trouble like 3-4 times, getting sued.
I can see.
As you can see,
I'm
like
looking like, okay, I could see. It's giving very much copycat.
it's giving, can I copy your homework? All right.
No, it's actually giving I stole your
I
homework.
stole your homework. Let's see how well they do in. Oh,
That don't look right.
this looks like curdled.
Yeah.
All right, so in texture alone, I would have to say, oh yeah.
Ooh, a big difference.
Yeah, Sol de Janeiro, it's got like a creamier, nicer texture. But sometimes that might not even matter because, this might still,
It's supposed to be about the smell, right?
the smell and the feel.
Can I get a sniff?
I think they smell the same.
Let me see.
Wait, keep it this way.
Okay. Like this, all right.
Yeah, so that I know original dupe. Okay.
Original. All right. This smells good. This one's stronger though.
Really? But they smell similar.
They smell similar, but this one is like stronger.
Let me see.
Like I can smell it from right here, and here I gotta kind of like stuff my nose into it a little further. Yeah, that one's much stronger, but they smell similar.
You're right, yeah. Let's do a texture test. I'm gonna get a little of this and I'm gonna put this on this arm. Oh, this doesn't even feel nice. It might need to be like mixed up a little bit.
It looks like it needs to warm up so it can melt a little bit. You just pop that in the microwave.
So this is the original. This is the dupe. Okay. Sol de Janeiro. It's given the whipped.
Very nice.
You're not gonna try?
Oh, sure. I'll use my broken nail, guys. I broke my fingernail.
How does that feel?
Nasty. Girl, I don't smell nothing. This is not. The smell is so faint on the dupe. Because
it feels okay. Like it takes like a lot to rub it in.
Oh my
But you're right. The smell is very faint.
so faint. Yeah.
Now, for me, because I do find this is not my favorite Sol de Janeiro. The Bumbum cream is not my favorite scent.
It smells good. I like it though.
It's very like boom. Like it's not. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But yeah, you're right. You can barely smell anything with the Mcobeauty, but it's doing a decent job of moisturizing. I feel like it feels a little thicker than the Bumbum cream because at certain times of the year I can't really use the Bumbum cream because it's not really doing anything for me. Like in the deep of the winter.
It's so creamy. I love it.
But it's more so that maybe the fragrance is doing a little too much.
Okay, that I can understand.
What's your pick? Dupe or original?
Original, 100%.
I'm gonna have to go with the original as well. All right, you guys, which one would you go with? Would you go with the Sol de Janeiro? Would you go with the Mcobeauty? Let me know in the comments, and let's move on. Round 7. In this corner, we have the Sol de Janeiro number 48 spray. This was $26 for 3.04 ounces. However, in this corner, we have the Mcobeauty number 7 sweet guava and fresh coconut spray, which is $11.99 for 3.04 ounces. Let's see which one reigns supreme. All right, let's see.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
All right, we'll do.
You trying to attack me?
Sorry.
Wait,
we'll
don't
cover your
spray,
water.
Don't spray my sparkling
Your sparkling water, your breath juice.
My breath always smells good.
Oh!
I don't smell anything.
Really? So much of it got in my nose, but I do actually love this scent.
Oh, it's very tropical.
Yeah, guava. What's in
yeah,
here?
That's nice. That's nice.
I'm sure it says somewhere on there what's in here. I don't even know where we're going to spray it. I should let you spray it because you're better at spraying these things than I am.
I mean, I can still do it. I'm right here. All right. Okay.
No.
I got a little something.
It had. Ooh. Wait, let me spray this over here. It gives a vibe, but I wouldn't say that they smell the same. I feel like we need.
This is stronger.
swatches.
This is stronger and more tropical.
Yeah, this gets you. It gets you in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Where'd you going? You going to the dupe or the original?
The original. I really don't feel like the fragrance on that is strong enough.
Strong
Like,
enough.
I don't really smell much.
So
this like I immediately catch a vibe.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is tropical. This is that. That I'm not really getting anything.
And you know what I think it is too? I think it's the spray mechanism as well, because this one mists more like luxuriously. Than that one does. Probably last year or 2 years ago, I have a video where Dollar Tree actually has dupes of the Sol de Janeiro, and those came pretty close. I don't necessarily remember if Dollar Tree has a dupe for the 48, but I would look for it if that was the case. And if that was the case, I'd just get it from Dollar Tree, because this is $26 and this is $11.99.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not even worth $11.99.
It's not worth $11.99. Okay.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
don't smell anything.
So, dupe or original?
Original.
All right. I'm going to agree that the original definitely won that round, and let's move on. All right, you guys, would you go with the Sol de Janeiro or would you go with the Mcobeauty? Let me know in the comments, and let's move on to round 8. Round 8. In this corner, we have the Sol de Janeiro number 71 spray. And in this corner, we have the Mcobeauty number 2 salted caramel and pistachio spray. Now, I got a little itty bitty mini here because, you know, that's what was available at the time. And this is from my personal closet because I really love this scent. So this has a lot of some big shoes to fill. So this big 8-ounce size was $39, and the regular 3.04 ounce of this is $11.99. But I paid $5.99 for the mini. Let's see which one is gonna win. All right, so Mcobeauty has not been holding up thus far. Maybe this round it might be a little bit different.
Let's
Ready?
see.
All right, so here's the original.
I like that scent. That's 71.
I love 71.
Yeah, I like 71.
They finally came out with a body lotion either this year or last year, but it just doesn't give the same vibe, I feel, to remember what that smells like.
71 is so good. It's so sweet and edible.
Yes, but sometimes it can smell like popcorn.
Girl, I don't care what it smells like. It's edible. Popcorn is edible.
All right, let's see if this is comparable.
Yeah,
Comparable.
Yes,
okay.
comparable.
My English.
Okay. When you look at me with that face,
It's like
it's
what I
just
ordered
so-
versus what I
yes,
got.
it's just they.
Like it gives you enough of it so it could be like, well, yeah, it
I'm gonna
kind of
tell
smells
you-
like it.
Okay. So there are people who like to have a scent, right? Like they want to spray perfume, but they don't want the scent to be too strong.
Yeah.
And they want it to be very muted. This is for those people.
Okay.
Like you want to feel like you did something by spraying something, but you are really not going to smell like
You're not
anything.
really gonna smell like anything.
Like the smells are so faint.
Like if you love Sol de Janeiro, 71, but you're like, dang, it's just out of my budget. I feel like you would be paying too much to even try the dupe, right? Like that, like, you
No,
know?
these are not dupes. These are like a little water with a little, this is like water with a little sprinkle of scent on it. That is not a dupe.
Yeah.
Those are not dupe. The closest thing to a dupe was the cream, and even
Yeah.
that was like, yeah, the lawsuit might as well throw it out because this is not a dupe. If they're being sued, just throw that away.
Throw it out.
Yeah, it's not,
All right.
it's not even a competition.
Dupe or original?
Original
For
baby.
me too.
Original,
All right, what would you
baby.
guys pick? Let us know in the comments. And you know, I'm curious to know if you're somebody who likes Sol de Janeiro, but you're like, girl, these prices is killing me. Let me know your thoughts. Do you save up for it? Would you try the dupe? Let's talk about it in the comments. Round 9. In this corner, we have the Sol de Janeiro number 40 spray. And, you know, again, I love this scent. Got the big old bottle, which is $39 for 8 ounces. And again, I got the mini here for Mcobeauty. This is the number 1 black plum and vanilla spray. The minis are $5.99, but the 3.04 ounce bottles are $11.99. If you compare it to about the 3 ounce of the Sol de Janeiro, which are $24, that's still a big difference in price. But is it a big difference in how it smells and performs? Let's find out. All right, so number 40 I think is my favorite from Sol de Janeiro. So let's...
What is number 40? Do I have this one?
Do you?
Oh, I don't think I have this.
What? I'm surprised. It's vanilla. Oh, I did all of that and the thing was already
I
open.
have that.
All right, well,
What?
let's give it a
Something
smell.
I
I'll do it
don't
for you,
have?
baby.
All right. Do it for me, baby.
Do you like it?
I'm not really getting too much.
Really?
Let me
Black
switch the
amber
air.
plum. Oh Lord, here she goes.
Oh, okay. I got a little of the vanilla woods.
Ooh, yes. Oh, it does smell like vanilla woods.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, it's good.
All right, I
like
have a
this.
feeling I'm gonna disappoint you with this one.
Oh, this is okay. So this is good. I got it now.
This one, I would have to say, out of all of the 3 sprays, this
Okay.
is the one that I would be like, okay,
You smell something?
okay, you could.
Let me see.
I wouldn't feel bad telling somebody to spend their money on that.
This smells
she
like
feels
nail
different.
polish remover.
Oh my God, really?
It smells like nail polish remover.
Maybe because it's the paper. Spray it in the air. Spray it in the air.
Nail polish remover. I got a little something sweet in here.
You're not feeling that?
I smell a little
It's
something
okay. It's
sweet.
not like it's like
I didn't even get the vanilla woods. I think I got maybe a little bit of the plum.
the plum.
Yeah, on
Okay.
that spritz, I just got a little plum. On the paper, I got nail polish remover.
Maybe mix in with the chemicals from the
Bad, 'cause
paper.
I feel like
So don't feel bad. So what I would say, out of all 3, that is the one that I would say, okay.
and I think it's because that of all of the 3, this is your favorite scent. So I think that's probably why too.
No, I think that like when comparing the
Open up the whole
two-
bottle and see.
Open up the whole bottle. I think in comparing the dupes to the
It
originals,
smells like nail polish remover.
Well, when you put it...
It smells good though, but it smells like nail polish remover.
And I gotta remember that the price of that is $5.99.
$5.99 is not bad.
All right, so dupe or original?
Original.
I would have to say original too. Like I was like, out of all three, I feel like this is the best one. I'm trying to think of people who like the Sol de Janeiro but don't want to spend the money on it. I still wouldn't spend the money on this. Like, do I feel comfortable telling people like, go ahead and spend your $6 on this?
No,
Because you could probably get something better.
You could get something way better.
All right, y'all. So would you go with the dupe or would you go with the original? Let us know in the comments. Now, if you cannot get enough of beauty dupes, which I kind of, think that you can't because you guys just be shooting up the views on these dupe videos, you're in luck because I've got a whole playlist here where you can see some dupes, beauty dupes from Five Below and Dollar Tree that will blow your mind. Click on it here and I'll see you there.